forward to, not now, not a year or two, but in the future, how we want to do this stuff. Basically, real quick, and I'm gonna have to plow through this time. A lot of challenge right now is what the other panelists have spoken about. Scanning is very difficult, it's very sensitive. If you move slightly, the scan's blurred. Very labor intensive, very linear workflow still. It's hard to do big creative changes towards the end. So our vision is AI and physics. And the whole talk is really about why AI and physics and showing some examples. So on a high level, why AI? You're basically shifting the paradigm of data, very specific pixels, points, to knowledge. So you're trying to direct something in a higher level. Encoding something like, how does somebody walk versus move this IK control X, Y, Z. And you can have dynamic, non-scripted behavior, so you don't have to pre-animate specifically just for one thing. Why physics? Similar idea. You're encoding realistic properties into object, and it does what it needs to do. And doing it in real time is very important. So we're going to go through a couple examples of what we've been up to related to this. So deep learning, PFNN, not going to get into this, but you can see the talk we had yesterday for deep learning for animation for the details. But basically, we have a way to train a neural network through a bunch of mocap data to make to create some kind of locomotion. It detects terrains and it actually knows somewhat what to do, but it's not perfect. You can run this on the GPU, and you can have, this is about 500 characters using the same technique. But what's wrong with the picture? If you can take a look at detail, it's actually penetrating, it's not doing the right physics. Even if we were to be able to add IK, the foot would still penetrate through and things like that, where the toes are. So how do we improve? We combine physics. So here are some quick examples of what physics-based reinforcement learning can do. The idea is that, so these are all synthetic motions from a trained network. And basically it's physically based, so even for a move like this, it's hard to do animated or mocap. But basically with some training data, you're running a real-time physics solver on top, you get this kind of results. And you can give it rules to do and vary what to do, and I'll show that in a second. So we can combine different skill set, and when I say skill set, you train for some kind of acrobatic motion, some kind of boxing, and different things, you can combine it. And because it's physically based, it will learn to stay upright. That's part of the reward function, is to do that. So you can try to knock it off and do things like that. None of these are scripted, they just sort of happen in real time. So this is a paper called Teak Loco. This is another part of it. It's about more high-level behavior. So you have a trained walk, and basically the goal now is to, how do I go and kick the ball towards the red flag? And as the flag dynamically changes, it just changes what it needs to do. So along with that, there's a new research on how do you pre-train a bunch of different skills and be able to reuse it. And this is something, so all these agents were trained just to kind of do some locomotion walk. So right now what you see is the red agents are trying to randomly pick and follow some of the yellow agents. And the yellow agents are trying to go after a ball. And so none of these are scripted, it's just the setup knows how to do that. And the benefit of reusing trained skills is you don't have to particularly train for this purpose. You actually vary the goals, and it'll actually know, it'll try to do what to do. And it'll, as they hit and they kind of collide and fall down, they kind of calm die. Kind of, you see it? So it's true physics running all the time. So now we go to facial animation. We get asked about this a lot. This is not the latest research we have. This is actually a couple years ago. But this is a fully auto-driven facial animation that was a collaboration with Remedy. So,
in your warehouses is our main objective. Alexei, you and your men will do that. You have to go in and out very quick. I want you to get all the ammo and weapons that you can carry and come back as quickly as you can. You understand?
So the left is the ground truth, and the right is the train network.
Listen up.
Basically, we know it's definitely not to film level quality at this point, but it's completely automatic, and you can supply it with a completely different audio clip, and it will actually animate. And we're at this point actually able to change some of the expressions and kind of direct it on a high level, like a little more sad, a little more angry on top of that. So, this is also another very important technology for deep learning regarding, it's called post-estimation, but essentially it's markerless, there's no suit you have to wear kind of mocap data. This has been around for a while, but to be able to practically use it and having it stable is not easy. So here's a quick example of that. And a quick tease, if you want to see some of this technology, plus other advancement in real time and with Omniverse, come check out the booth. And the last two things I want to talk about is physics. So this is also a completely automatic flesh simulation. There's no human that set this up. So you see a sort of approximate tetrahedralized mesh. You have some skeleton that's driving it, and basically everything else on top is automated. And you'll see that the tech mesh is driving another final mesh, which is represent the skin. The reason, the nice part about doing this physically is you get a lot of things for free. You get a lot of sliding, secondary motion, volume preservation, which you don't easily get, and people who have been in production know how long this stuff takes. And the one last R&D piece going on, this is super early. We're showing sort of, the left is sort of a DL-based, deep learning-based plot simulation. The right is sort of the ground truth. And basically, or the training data. The left, all these wrinkles and details are actually from a neural network. And the right is the actual simulation on a very low-res piece of cloth. And so you're getting, and this is also, you know, as Vladimir mentioned, that getting into real time is a hard problem. So this is one of the things we're looking into, you know, to advance into that. So. And in summary, we feel combining deep learning and physics meets a lot of our current challenges. High-level direction versus low-level control, and being scalable, which is very important. Not doing it once, but can apply to different characters in an appropriate way. So, but still more work to do.